It's time for Eastern View High School basketball. Good evening, everybody, and a happy Friday the 13th to you. Donnie Johnston and Gary Deal set to bring you tonight's girls' game between the Eastern View High School Cyclones and the Courtland Cougars. Well, we got a real barn burner here tonight, and I think that Eastern View is going to burn most of the barn. Eastern View comes in with a 10-0 record, and Courtland 2-9. Eastern View just really nailing everybody this year.
They are, Donnie, and it's kind of a carryover from last year. You got a couple sophomores, Angie Hayanku and Layla Hackley was able to get some experience last year playing with Trinity Washington and McKenna Warren, and it's carrying over from last year, and they're playing really well.
Well, we got Destiny Washington out there who will kind of control the board, and then we got Chloe Bowles down under who gives us a lot of height, and in between we got talent from one end of that lineup to the other. Eastern View, if nothing happens, they should be back in the state playoffs again this year.
They should. They should go deep into the regionals, I think, and it's going to be interesting to see where they go. And I'm excited about it, Donnie.
Well, right now, tonight's object is to beat Courtland, and Courtland, as we said, comes in with a record of 2 wins and 9 losses. It's an off year for them. The two players to watch mostly for Courtland is number 32, Arianka Mays, and number 5, Jalen Thomas. Other than that, they really don't have a lot of scoring, so Eastern View may just have their way with them tonight. We'll see.
We'll see. It's going to be interesting. We got a passionate crowd here.
Oh, we were passionate in the JV game.
Oh, yes, we were. Yes, we were. So I'm enjoying it.
And the JVs won. There was a nail biter. They beat Courtland by a score of 21 to 23 pointer at the buzzer for Courtland, just a little bit off. We want to remind you that you're watching this live broadcast tonight, courtesy of Able Heating and Air. Able to keep your house warm in winter and cool in summer. All right, we'll be back with the start of tonight's ball game in just a moment. Eastern View hosting Courtland. You're watching Eastern View High School basketball on the Culpeper Media Network.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following community sponsors.
Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Found & Sons, more than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530. Battlefield Automotive, willing to take your trade and offer up to 125% of Kelley Blue Book Fair Trade value, along with a free trade appraisal. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673. K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies, now located directly across Highway 29 from Eastern View High School. K&M, from grass to trees, they aim to please. 825-8371.
We are back and getting ready for tonight's game between the Courtland Cougars and the Eastern View High School girls. And like we said in the opening, Eastern View comes in with a record of 10 wins and no losses. They are undefeated, of course, in the district. And Courtland having a rebuilding year, and the Cougars are 2-9. We're getting ready for the starting lineups, and we'll have the Star Spangled Banner played in just a moment. So on paper, Gary, this looks like a real lopsided ball game. Let's hope it's not. But we still want to come out on top.
Yes, I'm expecting Eastern View to play well, pressure defense, fast-paced game, and not to be a close game, Donnie. That's my expectation tonight.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready with a great deal of pride,
our national anthem. Team that went to the quarterfinals of the state last year is again very talent laden, and they've got the height, they've got the quickness, and they've got the shooters. They've got everything it takes to have a great season, and they are 10-0 so far.
And coached very well too, Donnie.
Oh,
coached very well.
Mike McCombs
Yes.
is excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. Has proven it over the years. And now, Gary, let's do the starting lineups.
Starting tonight for Courtland is number 3, Zoe Hooks. Number 5, Jalema Thomas. Number 11, Janae Hill. Number 32, Ariana Mays. And number 44, Amy Sila.
All right. Just about set for the tap off here, and I want to remind you too that of our sponsors, Able Heating and Air doing the live sponsorship tonight, K&M Lawn and Garden and Arborist Supplies, Battlefield Automotive, Found and Sons, and UVA Community Credit Union. And now our starting lineup for Eastern View.
Sophomore, number 2 for Eastern View, Angie Hayanku. Number 10, Layla Hackley. Senior, number 11, Sanaya Brown. A senior, number 15, Chloe Bowles. And a senior, number 23, Destiny Washington. Coached by Mike McCombs.
All right. Just about set to go here. We've got a big game, big doubleheader coming up on Tuesday night. We want to remind the fans right here at Eastern View. And if if you thought that game was going to be played between Culpeper and Eastern View at the middle school, Culpeper Middle School, it's not. They're having some problems over there with their scoreboard, so it's going to be played right here, and they will flip-flop the two games. But doubleheader, girls against the girls in the early game, and Eastern View right now is 10-0. We don't know what they'll be after this game, but Culpeper is 10-2. That ought to be a really good ball game.
Yeah, you're going to have good players in that game. The Fairfax and Robinson and Hayanku, Washington and Hackley for Eastern View.
All right. Courtland gets the opening tap. They go in the middle. Jump shot outside by Thomas is no good. Rebound comes down. Hackley had it, lost it. Now gets it back. 1-on-3. Sanaya Brown, 2.
Good pass by Layla Hackley there. Kept her head up coming down the court, found the open person.
Backcourt pressure. And a foul is going to be called on Hayanku. I think that's going to be on, Aji Hayanku.
Looks like Eastern View's in the 1-2-2, Donnie.
And a steal. Shania Brown ahead to Hayanku. 2 easy ones.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for Courtland with the talent that Eastern View has tonight. This is what I expected. Pressure defense and a lot of turnovers from the blue team.
Another steal by Hackley. Ahead, Hayanku lost it. And Bowles had to get away from her. Going the other way, Hill pulls it out. Takes a 3, way off the mark. And Chloe Bowles lets it go out of bounds. So it's Eastern View ball with the Cyclones leading by a score of 4-0. Early moments of the ball game. Glad you joined us. Hayanku into Bowles, down low. Washington. 2 more.
Destiny Washington, Donnie. She had a good year last year, and she's off to a good year start this year. Having a good year.
Hill driving, pulls up. Bowles made her rethink her travel to the basket there. Hooks and knocked out of bounds. Touched last by Ariana Mays.
Angie Hayanku, I like the way she moves her feet on defense. She slides very well. She's athletic. And Layla Hackley, I can tell from last year she's gotten stronger and her ball handling has improved. And love seeing that.
Ball was partially blocked. Bowles puts it back up and in. And you know, the thing about Hackley is that she has improved so much that Destiny Washington can now go to the wing and she doesn't have to run the offense, and she's a better shooter.
Yes. And last year, I think Layla came off the bench for Coach McCombs too. So she's in a role now where she has to play well, and the team is depending on her. And look at that.
My goodness.
Nice shot by Layla Hackley.
Oh my goodness, 10-0 Eastern View. And a steal. Hayanku almost lost it. And Sanaya Brown will go to the line. No, she will not go to the line. Foul is on the floor, so they won't be a shooting foul. And I think we got a timeout here, timeout on the floor, and we will pause for 30 seconds on the Culpeper Media Network.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following community sponsors.
Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Found & Sons, 825-3530. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673. K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supply, 825-8371.
Well, Gary Neal, is kind of what we expected. 10-0 is the score. 10-0 is Eastern View's record.
And you know something, Donnie, when you look at number 15, Kayla Bowles, she really brings a lot to this team as far as a low post player. And that's something that Eastern View, remember last year, didn't really have.
Yep.
And
basket underneath.
She's gonna really help them.
Jelena Thomas with the basket. And we got a whistle.
And one for Anjay Hayanku with the drive to the basket there.
Zoe Hooks is going to be charged with a foul. So Hayanku with the basket and one.
Donnie, I don't think Hayanku could have done that, what she just did last year. She's stronger this year. She went right through that contact and took it to the basket and made a three-point play there.
A lot of pressure by Eastern View. And Hooks has it lost again. That is the third or fourth ball that Hackley has come up with. Oh my goodness, three-pointer by Sanaya Brown.
Now, last year, Sanaya was hitting those shots last year, Donnie. If you remember, she averaged 8 or 9 points a game last year by doing what she just did there.
16-2. Hill got it. Janae Hill, 16-4. Brown again. Can she do two in a row? No.
It's one thing I like about Layla. She always has her head up, and she's looking to push the ball up the court. That's a good thing for point guards to be doing, is keeping her head up, looking down the court.
Destiny Washington stops and fires. No good. Rebound. Hack doesn't come off her head. Ayanku driving. Easy bucket.
That was an easy bucket, Donnie, but there was contact there, and she is now taking that contact and going up strong. And if she plays at the next level, which I think she will, she's going to need to do that.
Brown with the steal and the drive and the basket. And with 5 minutes gone, less than 5 minutes gone in this game, Eastern View has 20 points, 20-4. Hackley almost had another steal. Down the lane, shot up, will not go.
Bowles again with a block. They didn't have that last year, Donnie.
Well, that was kind of a, I'm not sure exactly what Layla was doing there, but she didn't have any place to go, but she drew the foul and will go to the line.
I think she was trying that European step there, Donnie.
But
she got hit before she got into the last phase of it.
She'll get 2 shots here. First one is up, and it is good. You know, I don't think Eastern View, even from the floor, has missed with 2 shots tonight. They are incredible. Chloe Bowles goes out. Hayanko goes out for a rest. KK Brown comes in.
You know what I'm hoping tonight, Donnie, that Coach McCombs relaxes a little bit, because, you know, he's going to be up by a lot of points. I think he can relax a little bit tonight. He doesn't have to be stressed out as he usually is and coaching like that.
He will be stressed out no matter what. He is. You talk about an intense coach.
Yes.
But a gentleman all the way.
I love the intensity that he brings.
He does. Well, you know how intense it is. He's almost all of his hair's gone. He's just kind of worried himself to death.
He needs to wear a cowboy hat like you, Doc.
Jelena Thomas puts 2 up, and basket will count, and a foul is going to be called on, well, let's see it, Destiny Washington. I tell you, these kids were good last year, and they have picked right up where they left off. 3-point play. Down low to Washington, who pulls it back out. Shot will not go. And we got a foul call.
Well, Eastern View plays well together. They pass the ball, they have their heads up, they're looking for each other. Nobody's dribbling the ball and consuming the ball the whole time. And they're playing team basketball.
Well, that was the second foul on Destiny Washington, and that's not good. She goes to the bench. I mean, Eastern View has a lot of bench reserve there. A lot of talent comes off that bench, but she will go out now. And Zariah Brown will come in. And she is not a sister to KK and.
Look at that ball movement, Don.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at the ball
play.
movement.
Nice play. But Zariah Brown is the sister to Malik Brown. And for those, there's a guy who hasn't gotten a lot of publicity in the Culpeper area, but Malik started at Culpeper Middle School, and of course his daddy Preston Brown, 1,000-point scorer for Culpeper. But he went to Blue Ridge, and he is now probably the sixth man off the bench for Syracuse.
Well, I went to the UVA game last weekend, Donnie, and he started for Syracuse and played almost the entire game and had pretty close to a double-double. So he held his own as a freshman with that competition.
Oh, he's a good ball player. His team said all kinds of, did all kinds of good things up at Blue Ridge. But, nobody seems to know that he is from Culpeper.
Whole family.
Whole family.
Sonny Bowles was up there at UVA. I saw a picture of him being there.
Outside.
He can relate, winning the state championship at UVA Hall in high school. One of the best point guards ever played for Culpeper.
Absolutely, no question about that. Long shot from outside will not go for Zoe Hicks. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will belong to Eastern View. Under a minute to go in the first period. 24-7. Eastern View on top. Sanaya Brown whips it back over to Hackley. Work it in. And we've got a whistle. 3 seconds? I think it was. I believe that Zariah Brown was in there too long in the middle. Little balancing act there. Hill. 25 seconds to go. The long jump shot from outside will not go. Follow-up is off, and Eastern View comes down. Sanaya Brown driving. Off-balance shot. Nobody there to rebound, but the ball kicks outside, so Eastern View keeps it. Brown? No. We got so many Browns here. First quarter comes to an end with a score. Eastern View Cyclones 24 and Courtland 7. Back in 1 minute.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following community sponsors.
Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Found & Sons, more than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530. Battlefield Automotive, willing to take your trade and offer up to 125% of Kelly Blue Book Fair Trade value, along with a free trade appraisal. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673. K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies, now located directly across Highway 29 from Eastern View High School. K&M, from grass to trees, they aim to please. 825-8371.
24-7 our score. Eastern View in command of this one from the very beginning.
Yeah, they're playing good team basketball tonight. Donnie playing good defense, moving their feet well, working the ball well on offense, and love seeing it, and don't expect for it to stop.
Well, Mike McCombs has put a couple of subs in there. He's not going to run the score up, but he's getting everybody a chance to play here. Hill gets into the corner, drives the baseline, kicks it out. Thomas underneath, shot up and in by Jelena Thomas.
She's having a good game tonight.
She is. There was a little girl on the JV team for Spotsylvania who was a guard. I thought she had a lot of promise. She looked really good. And a travel violation is called. And the ball will turn back over to Courtland.
You see that traveling called a lot, moving that pivot foot with a lot of underclassmen that hasn't yet learned how to establish that pivot foot consistently. But that will come with experience.
Mia Tinsley almost had it stolen and then knocked out of bounds by Hayanku. Thomas down low. And foul is going to be called. Ariana Mays will go to the line for Courtland. Mays will get a pair. And first one a little bit off. Hayanku goes out and Hackley comes back in. Hayanku is playing with 2 fouls. So they will use her sparingly, although I don't really think they need to in this game. And
well, it's Hayanku and Hackley and the Robinson girl for Culpeper. She's a freshman. So for the next 2 or 3 years, we're going to be seeing some good girls playing for Culpeper and Eastern View. And the Robinson girl, I think she's the sister of Mari Robinson that played last year for Eastern View, Donna. He was a good player too.
Dwight Brown with 2. Jump shot from way outside will not go. Follow up, no. Another follow up, no.
Sanaya Brown.
All the way. And got the roll. That thing hung on the rim there. Couldn't decide which way it wanted to go.
She's got a good little touch with that little half hook of hers. That's 2 or 3 shots she's made with that little shot that she has.
And she is a good kid. I know her, and she is just good people. Missed that one. Chloe Bowles back up. Nope. And we got a foul underneath. I believe it's going to be called Jelena Thomas of Courtland.
Chloe Bowles has got a lot of potential, Donnie. I'd love to work with her a little bit. She's well built and for basketball, and she could be dominating at this level.
Well, she's a senior, so she's going to have to dominate the
pretty
next
quickly.
couple of months. Three-point shot, no good. Brown comes down. In and out. And tug of war for the ball there. And it will go to Courtland. .6:03 to go, second period, 28-9. Culpeper by 19, or Eastern View by 19. Underneath, nice pass under there, but Mays missed it. The other direction, here comes Hackley. Driving, couldn't get it to go, but she drew the foul. For a little girl, she was not hesitant to go in amongst the trees.
Well, she knows, you can tell she's been training a little bit because she knows how to drop that shoulder and go in and get contact to draw the foul. So that was a good play by her.
First was good. There's another family I've known for 50, 60 years. Can't get the second one. 29-9, 20-point lead now for the Cyclones. Boys, of course, are playing down at Courtland tonight. And when we get to it, we'll tell you a little story about their record, which is going to be changed. Oh, yeah, nice spot there.
Another block by Bowles, Donnie.
Yep, Chloe's.
Again, something that Eastern View didn't have last year. It's going to be advantageous for them this year.
That was a nice play by Brown to get out there, but she couldn't get into Bowles. She was in traffic.
Bowles has just got to learn how to be in control of herself. That was a great pass by Sanaya Brown.
Zoe Hooks walked, so the ball will turn over. Mia Tinsley will throw it in. Tinsley running the offense. Hackley, three-pointer, off the mark. Right there, Sanaya Brown, outside to Tinsley, lost it. And travel is gone. I wasn't going to stand here. I didn't see that.
She got up. She was down
but
on her knees and got up on her feet. So
thought that pivot knee was still there. Anyway, Sanaya Brown down low. Bowles backs in.
Oh,
wheels.
nice move. Oh.
They called traveling. That looked like a good move to me.
Yeah, I didn't see a travel there either. I thought that was a good roll move and establish her pivot foot. But
things was quieted down here in this second quarter. And there's a scramble, loose ball, and it's going to turn over to, let's see what's it going to do.
1-1 for Eastern View.
Eastern View. Foul is, let's see who the foul was on, 44. Amy Salala.
Coach McCombs is playing a lot of players tonight.
Oh, he's played almost everybody. KK Brown got the first. Now KK is Sanaya's sister. We get all these Browns straight here. Sanaya, KK will have a second shot. Missed that one. Tapped around by Hackley. And KK comes up with the ball. Tinsley down low.
Yes.
Sanaya, a little too hard off the glass. But she was fouled and will go to the line.
Once again, the Eastern View players have their heads up and looking, scanning the court for open players. And that was a good example with that pass to Sanaya.
Who cans the first shot? Second shot coming for Brown. Got them both. She's having a good night.
She's having a good night. She has a nice shot on her with good rotation on the ball, good release. I like her improvement over the summer.
Long three-point shot from outside, no good by Hooks. Brown comes down with the ball. Driving. 1-on-2. Couldn't get the basket, but she drew the foul. Then we'll go to the line. You know, one thing I want to mention here, we lost, this area lost a real good sportsman last week. Billy Mitchell from up in Madison died. Billy coached up there for years and years and years, but before that, he was one of the top AAA pitchers for the Detroit Tigers. Beat the Yankees a couple of times. And we send our sympathies out to Billy and young Billy and his, the family. He'll be missed. Good guy. Coached the Madison Blue Jays, coached the Madison High School baseball team.
And young Billy coached some too, right? I know him.
Yeah, coached baseball at Culpeper for years.
And nice man. And actually, he coached my son in basketball when he was in middle school, Donnie.
Yeah, he was ADO with the middle school there for years. Tinsley outside makes a move to Brown, back to Tinsley. Down the lane.
But anybody that knows anything about baseball, it would be you, Donnie. And you were an expert at baseball, and you were a good player yourself, right? Back in the day, third base, if I'm not mistaken.
I was a third baseman.
Yeah.
Then when I got out of high school, though, I started playing shortstop, second base.
Yeah.
A lot of baseball. I played for, I won't say how old I was when I quit, but a lot of kids who were playing, they were
Alan Woolhaven, too, right?
Alan,
he was a good player, good pitcher, right?
He still holds the high school record for wins in a season. Our senior year, 1989.
Yep. Alan is a good golfer, too.
He is. He beats the tar out of me. I know that. Hooks. Threw it to nobody. Brown. Got it. Nice play by Sanaya Brown. 34-9.
Got that little half hook again, Donnie. She's got that going tonight. I think she should have gave it up, though, to Layla with an easy layup, but that was a good shot, Sanaya. A good steal there.
Mia Tinsley.
See if she gives it up, huh?
Gave it up. Ackley. Short. Couldn't quite get it off the glass there. 2:20 to go in the half, 34-9. Hooks outside will not go. Rebound underneath Mays is tied up by Chloe Bowles. And she walks away with a look of determination on her face, like she wasn't going to get that ball away from me. Tinsley. Packling down low. And it goes to Bowles, kicks it out. Three-pointer is good. Zariah Brown. Malik would be proud.
Good ball movement there, Donnie.
36-9, and we have a foul on the floor. And that foul is going to be called. Let's see, it's going to be called on Taylor Dinkins. Everybody's gotten to play so far for Eastern View. McCombs has cleared his bench. Everybody's getting some practice. And I'm sure that's the way it's been most of the season. Underneath, nice play. Bowles missed it. Good pass under there.
I think that was Colby Smoot that missed that, not Bowles. I think Bowles is on the bench right now.
Oh, okay. Ball kicked around, knocked out finally, and it will go to Courtland.
Yeah, it's good to see the bench getting playing time. And I applaud Coach McCombs for giving his subs time to play tonight. I think it's good coaching and very ethical as well.
Well, there's no sense running the score up against these kids. Another turnover. We got all subs in here right now for Eastern View. And a foul call, and Mia Tinsley will go to the line. Foul is called on Janae Hill for Courtland. Tinsley will get 2. Double bonus now. First one. Little strong. Morgan Huffman comes into the ball game for Eastern View. Tinsley's second shot, she got it. 37-9. Down low, May is too hard off the glass. Cougars missed that opportunity. 26 seconds to go. Ball kicked out of bounds, and it was off Tinsley's leg, I think. So it's going to be Courtland ball with 23 seconds to go in the first half. Jelena Washington working it around, and a steal. 10 seconds. Shot up, will not go. And the buzzer sounds to end the first half. First half is over with the score. The Eastern View Cyclones 37 and the Courtland Cougars 9. We'll be back after halftime. You're watching Eastern View High School basketball on the Culpeper Media Network.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following community sponsors.
Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Found and Sons, more than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found and Sons, 825-3530. Battlefield Automotive, willing to take your trade and offer up to 125% of Kelly Blue Book Fair Trade value, along with a free trade appraisal. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673. K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies, now located directly across Highway 29 from Eastern View High School. K&M, from grass to trees, they aim to please. 825-8371.
Well, Gary Neal, we thought this was going to be a runaway, and we were right. 37-9 is our halftime score as we get ready for the second half of tonight's game between Eastern View and Courtland. Eastern View well in command. And you got some stats for us there, buddy.
Yes, for Courtland, I have Jalema Thomas with 7 points. And for Eastern View, there was a lot of players that played. Actually, the whole team played. And Sanaya Brown led the team with 13 points, and Anjay Onyanku had 7. And I expect Coach McCombs to come out with a starting 5 here and put some pressure on and maybe increase the lead a little bit and bring his bench in again like he did the first half, Donnie.
Well, Courtland takes the offense as we begin the second half of tonight's ball game. Down low. Running the baseline there was Anna Mays.
Yeah, I like Bowles in the middle there with her hands up. She's a good presence in there on defense, and if she learns how to block out and rebound as they go forward this year, she's going to be very advantageous for Eastern View. That was a good rebound there.
Thomas missed the shot the other way. Hayanku stops and fires and swishes. Nothing but net.
Hayanku shot the ball well last year, but I've been watching her. I was watching her doing halftime warm-ups. She really has improved her shot, even more so from last year. I mean, it looks smooth, Donnie, and she squares up, got great rotation.
And
I'm really impressed.
She doesn't hesitate. All the way, Destiny Washington couldn't get it. And Hayanku traveled. says the official. 40-9 is our score. Eastern View up by 31 points with a minute gone in the third period.
And they're in a 1-3-1 now, defense. 1-3-1.
Almost a steal. And that was the ball was thrown away.
Well, and Coach McCombs come out at 1-3-1, I think mainly to cut that pass off in the middle of the lane there, because Courtland, what success they had was hitting the high post player in the lane, and now they're shutting that down. So it's going to be trouble for Courtland.
In the middle, Chloe Bowles to Washington. Little jump shot, no good. And it goes out of bounds, touched last by Eastern View, so it will belong to Courtland. Janae Hill will throw it in. And she threw it right off Bowles.
Look at that pass.
The other way.
Look at that pass. That was a beautiful pass. Nice, firm pass by Shania Brown. It was perfect.
Loose ball. Chloe Bowles couldn't get it. Kicked it around. Destiny Washington, I think she touched the line. These kids, I mean, they hustle after every ball. This is an impressive ball club. (42-9) our score. 6:04 to go, third period. One of the officials are over talking to the coaches. I'm not sure what that was all about. Oh, I know what it was all about. We're going to keep the running clock. I saw him do the...
Yes, you're right, Donnie. I think you're right.
Long shot from outside will not go. Bowles.
Look at that rebound by Bowles.
Yanku driving. Nice block there by Kayla Harvin. Came in from behind. Nice play by Harvin. But Yanku will go to the line and shoot a pair. Got the first one. But the clock is, see, I don't understand this. The clock is not rolling. And we got a lane violation, goes the other way. I don't like this rule.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that rule works myself, Donnie.
Courtland, baseline. Washington comes up with a loose ball. Got a man down the floor, a girl down the floor, but she couldn't hit him. Shania Brown, long. Chloe Bowles batted it out. Hackley. Bowles. Wheels, puts it up, got it. That's the exact same move that she made the last time, and they called a travel on it.
Exactly, and that was a nice move, a nice fundamentally sound move by Bowles. And
well, you know, her mother's was a good basketball player. I'm sure she's got some training at home. Her whole family is basketball oriented. Oh, nice play there by Brown. Yanku brings it back out. Now drives, now puts it in. She gathered herself. She knew she did not have a shot there, so don't waste it. Come out, get my bearings, and go back. That is smart basketball.
She did a nice crossover with the ball and went baseline, and was an easy score. That's why I always, when I'm coaching, I always teach guarding that baseline. You remember Coach Poole? He was always shouting from the bench. Baseline, baseline. He would not let his defensive players let the offensive players go baseline, and I agree with it because in the pros they let you go baseline, and depend on the help coming from the weak side. Well, I disagree with that. I think you should never let the man go baseline.
Well, the thing about Hayanku, on that move down there, she had to really think that out. A lot of tendencies would have been just to go ahead and throw something up. She asserted herself, got into the flow.
Yes, she did.
Well, she didn't do a very good job there.
She got fouled there. They didn't call it.
They didn't. And
that was good defense.
Getting a little ragged down here at this end now.
But that was good defense by Layla Hackley there. See how she moved her feet. She kept her hands up. She didn't foul. And she played really good, fundamentally sound defense there. I like that, Layla.
Hayanku goes out. Trying to get the ball down low and couldn't do it. Zariah Brown came up with it.
One thing I like about Layla too, Donnie, is where she's improved is the tenacity on her passes. She's got good firm passes, and she's only going to get better when the stronger she gets over the next year or two. She's got good zip on her passes now, and that's what a point guard needs.
And that was a travel there that wasn't called. But the ball will stay with Courtland. 2:24 to go, and now the clock keeps running.
I think it must be just on out of bounds and not on foul shots.
Must be.
Still in the 1-3-1. Good defense
and
again.
Nice play there by Destiny Washington, getting that hand in and get that steal. Hackley.
See how they set up and go through their offense each time? I was begging for that for Eastern View boys once in a while, and Eastern View girls are good at that. Take your time.
That was not a great shot there, and it goes off the foot of Zariah Brown. Travel. Ariana Mays. Good defense, forced that. 1 minute and 15 seconds left to go. And checking into the ball game, KK Brown. And going out, big sister Zariah. Brown, down low. Brown, another Brown. Jump shot outside, no good. Now 2 Browns down there. And one of them just got charged with a foul.
Zariah.
Yep. Clock is running with 25 seconds left to go, third period, 47-9. Eastern View has led from the outset. And Courtland has not made a point this quarter. Destiny Washington, easy basket. 49-9, a 40-point lead. And the third quarter comes to an end. Eastern View leading Courtland by a score of 49-9. We'll be back in 1 minute.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following community sponsors.
Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Found & Sons. More than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530. Battlefield Automotive, willing to take your trade and offer up to 125% of Kelly Blue Book Fair Trade value, along with a free trade appraisal. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673. K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies, now located directly across Highway 29 from Eastern View High School. K&M, from grass to trees, they aim to please. 825-8371.
49-9 is their score as we get ready for the final 8 minutes of this game. How good is Eastern View's defense? Courtland has scored 2 points since the first quarter. It was 24-7 at the end of the first quarter, and it is now 49-9. And as soon as I say that, they're at least in double figures now. I think that's called domination.
That's Jalema Thomas on that score. And just a reminder again, Donnie, that Tuesday night is going to be a doubleheader, Eastern View girls and boys versus the Culpeper Blue Devils.
And it is going to be here at Eastern View. Your schedule may say that it's going to be at the middle school in Culpeper, but it's going to be here. They flip-flop the 2 games, and February 10th they'll play over at Culpeper.
5:30, I believe, Tuesday night is the first game, the girls.
And you better get here early because they're going to pack this place. Eastern View's girls will be 11-0 after tonight. Culpeper's girls are probably going to be 11-2 after tonight. And both Eastern View and Culpeper's boys are pretty evenly matched. So it's going to be 2 great ball games. Well, Brown lost it, but then kicked it back in. Hill will set it up. She's open. Took a shot, missed it. Hill for 2. And we got a whistle. They've got a problem over there. Number 32 for Courtland, Ariana Mays is having I don't know if she got hit or
might be a
lost a
contact.
contact.
Right.
Now they do stop the clock for this because this could take a little while to. Anyway, so it will be a doubleheader on Tuesday night, and you don't want to miss it. And we'll be on the air live with both of them. Good Lord willing, and of course, now, if I may not be here on Tuesday night, because if I win that $1.35 billion lottery tonight, I may take a little time to count my money.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen, Donnie.
You don't know.
And
you have little faith.
I'd be willing to bet you
No.
that that's not going to happen.
No. If I win, I'll take you out to dinner. How about that?
Well, I appreciate that.
Just to show you this kind of sport that I am.
Can we go to Longhorn and Warrington? And I'd like to get my chicken strips because they have the best chicken strips.
I was thinking
around.
more McDonald's. I don't want to get you too excited there. 5:18 and counting, 49-15. Eastern View, all subs in here now. Underneath the Smoot, puts it up, missed it. Colby Smoot. The other way. Courtland can't get it to fall. Tinsley. Brown has it batted away and turns over. Well, I think it's going to turn over. Just barely on both ends there. Hill. Hook. Can't get to 3. Did you by any chance watch the Gonzaga game last night?
No. I did not. Who did they play last night?
Oh, man, they played BYU. They were down by 10 or 12 points. Came back and won at the buzzer by 1. Now, while we got time, it's a runaway ball game. what are your thoughts on Dallas and Tampa Bay Monday night? I mean, that's the only game I've seen. Nobody is promoting any of the other games over the weekend in football.
Well, in dedication to Freddie Shanks, Dobie White, and Blue, Ludwell Brown Blue, I hope Dallas gets beat by 35 points.
Yeah, Brown puts it in for 2. Well, Rodney Stewart's going to hit.
And Rodney Stewart. I forgot about Rodney Stewart. Yes.
Poor Rodney.
4 of them.
Poor Rodney. Nice three-pointer there by him. Poor Rodney. Somebody gave him tickets to the Washington-Dallas game. He's the biggest Dallas fan in the history of the world.
And Parker Jones and K.R. Scott. I can name them all.
But poor Rodney went down there, and, of course, Dallas played the worst game of the season. I mean, they just stunk it out of the stadium. Felt so sorry for Rodney. Not.
I haven't seen too many stars this week, though, after their showing against the Commanders.
Well, no. And they say that Brady wins the Super Bowl every other year, so this is his year.
And from what I'm hearing, and I agree with Doc Walker, Cowboy fans, most of them have very low self-esteem, Donnie.
Oh, gee.
And I agree with him on that.
All right, let's get back to basketball here. In it goes and thrown away there. Backcourt violation. 2 minutes and 8 seconds, and this game mercifully will be over. 51-18, Eastern View on top since they got out to a 10-0 first period lead. And that's Mike McCombs has played everybody, and they've all responded. And an out of bounds there off the leg of Hill. Turns the ball back over to Eastern View. K.K. Brown will throw it in. K.K. Humphreys down low. And the ball knocked out of bounds, touched last by Courtland. A minute and 15 and counting.
My Wizards play tonight, Donnie, and they are so inconsistent.
They are.
It's just very frustrating to watch that team.
Well, under a minute. Clock is running. Hill lost it. 48 seconds. And Eastern View throws it away. A little ragged out there now, a lot of subs. Down 30 seconds. And foul call. And they're not stopping the clock for the foul. They just want to get this one over with. Jump shot at the buzzer, no good. Well, I thought the buzzer was going off, but it didn't. There it goes. All right. Final score. As we suspected, it was going to be a runaway. 51-18. Eastern View defeats the Courtland Cougars. We'll be back with our recap in just about 2 minutes. You're watching Eastern View Cyclone basketball on the Culpeper Media Network.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following community sponsors.
Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Found & Sons, more than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530. Battlefield Automotive, willing to take your trade and offer up to 125% of Kelley Blue Book Fair Trade value, along with a free trade appraisal. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673. K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies, now located directly across Highway 29 from Eastern View High School. K&M, from grass to trees, they aim to please. 825-8371.
51-18, their final score. The Eastern View Cyclones just ripped through the Courtland Cougars tonight, Gary Deal, and Eastern View goes to 11-0, and Courtland 2 wins and 10 losses. Eastern View showed us everything they had tonight. They played everybody. The starting lineup did exceptionally well. It got off to a 10-0 lead and did not allow the Courtland Cougars to score but 2 points from the end of the first quarter to midway through the fourth quarter. That's defense.
Good defense. Coach McCombs started out in a 1-2-2 and kind of stretched that out to where they played pressure defense as Courtland came across half-court line, and that caused quite a few turnovers to start the first quarter and the start of the game, and they just scored off of those turnovers and went up by 20 in no time. So, and Angie Yanku and Sanaya Brown and Layla Hackley, Destiny Washington, they played together from last year, and they all have good experience from last year, and it showed tonight.
This team is impressive, and they could go a long way. They've got the height now with Chloe Bowles down, and they got a couple of kids that could run the offense out there. Hackley could run it, Tinsley could run it, and Destiny Washington could run it, so they've got everything they need to go a long way. Tell me who scored what tonight.
For Courtland, Donnie, Jalema Thomas led the team with 9 points, and Angie Hayanku and Sanaya Brown led Eastern View with 15 points each. So they had good games, and Layla Hackley played very well from the point guard position as the floor general out there, and her and Angie have really have a lot more strength now, and you can tell it the way they move, the way they play defense, and the way Layla has zip on her balls. Enjoy watching them play, and I can only imagine how they're going to operate when they're seniors.
Well, they look good, and Hayanku, she shoots the eyes out of the basket. That's what it's all about, and she may need that on Tuesday night, because we want to remind you that Tuesday night we'll have a doubleheader right here from Eastern View High School. Eastern View and Culpeper. The girls' game starts theoretically at 5:30 now. I was here at 5:30 today, and we were in the third quarter, so you better check your times on that. Going to be a big crowd, so you want to get out here early. The boys' game will follow, and should be whenever Culpeper and Eastern View play, it's a big night. So until then, this is Donnie Johnston, along with the man, Gary Deal, bidding you a very pleasant good evening, and reminding you once again, the final score of tonight's ball game, Eastern View 51 and Courtland 18. You've been watching Eastern View High School basketball on the Culpeper Media Network.